What's up everyone, Tim here, aka FC21, bringing you week 2 of the SBF low tier division. This week we take on Adura, coach of the Godslayer Finneons. To have a little recap about last week, we got our asses handed to us by Smoleth. And yeah, we are hoping of course to bounce back in this game against Adura. But they have a very threatening team to say the least. They have very strong offenses in Podeato's Aqua, Galvantula, Armourouge, Mega Bayonet, and even set up the Dunsparce can be very threatening. Defensively they have a strong core in Bronzong, Muk. Armaldo takes a bit of that, takes a good hit. Whimsicott can take a decent hit. Adora decided to take all the prankster Pokemon in Morgrome, Mega Bayonet and Whimsicott. They also got the mascot pick in Finneon. And yeah, just a very annoying team to deal with in general. So what do I bring against him? Well, first of all, I expect these 6 to be brought to the battle. Bronzong and Muk as a more of a defensive threats. The Dunsparce as a setup Pokemon. Mega Bayonet as a physical sweeper. Whimsicott as a more of a supportive prankster set. And Podeato's Aqua as just a very offensive breaker. So, what do I bring? We started off with Mrs. Puff as my dedicated lead. Max defense with Impulse Nature, 124 in HP to 88 points in attack, so it can do a little bit more damage. Intimidate, because this week I can run Intimidate. No, Defiant Pokemon or competitive inside. Holding a Focus Sash so I can always live a single hit. Barbarush, Flip Turn, Crunch and Toxic Spikes. So the plan is to get Toxic Spikes up with this Mon, and even though he has a Muk, I do feel like Toxic Spikes are very useful to have in this battle. Flip Turn is great for momentum, Barbarush and Crunch just for general damage. Second Pokemon is going to be my bulky breaker Bombardier, aka Luftwaffe, as a max attack adamant attacker. 144 special defense boosted by the Assault Vest makes me take a lot of the hits. I might even live a Thunder from a non-boosting item, Galvantula, not really sure from the top of my head. And the 112 defense makes it so I can take hits a little bit better with Bombardier. Knockoff and Brave Bird as general step options, and Rocky Payload will also give Rock Slide a 50% boost. U-turn as the final move, just so I can gain momentum with Bombardier as well. Third is going to be my offensive Devoker Charizard, aka Roku. Max special attack, modest nature, 142 speed. I can speed tie with a Podeatoros, with both of them having base 100 speed, but in the end I didn't really see it necessary because of Defog. I don't really have setup options against it, so didn't really see it happening. And with 152 speed I always outspeed these second fastest thing in Armourouge. 104 defense points go make it a bit harder to take out with physical attacks. Scorching Sands, Flamethrower, Air Slash and Defog as the offensive moves this week. Or as the moves this week. Next up, Hisuian Zoroark, aka Cosplay, as a special breaker. 240 timid, makes me always outspeed. I believe it's Galvantula. Not really sure. Max special attack, of course, to deal as much damage as possible. 16 points in defense. Holding the expert belt to do a little bit more damage. Hex is there because of the toxic spikes, so I can get a Very hard-hitting stab, hex off, hyper voice, flamethrower, and U-turn as the final moves. Again, U-turn for more momentum if I want to. Lucario aka Anubite as my physical setup sweeper. Close combat, Meteor Mash, Bullet Punch, Earthquake. Not really sure why it's called a setup sweeper, it's just a special physical breaker this week. 232 speed, again to outspeed Armarouche at least. Max attack Adamant to do as much damage as possible. Close combat, Meteor Mash, Bullet Punch and Earthquake. Bullet Punch for priority. Meteor Mash so I can get a special physical attack boost. And Close Combat Earthquake just for hard hitting moves as well. Last but not least we bring Dedenne as my special breaker this week. 248 speed with Timid Nature ensures I always outspeed non-scarfed Tauros. Max special attack holding the choice specs. With the Terra Electric, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt and Parabolic Charge as step options with Terra Electric just to do as much damage as possible. And Dazzling Gleam in case I need to hit something that doesn't take a lot of damage from electric type moves. So these are the 6 Pokemon that I am going to bring against Adora. Yeah, I'm going to contact them and let's jump into the battle. So, funny thing, I accidentally deleted all the videos for this battle, including the live commentary. So, not my first choice, but to at least bring you the battle, I'm going to do a post-com. Yeah, not really, like I said, not really the best, not really the way I wanted it to do, so, but it is what it is. So let's start off. Paldean Tauros, Whimsicott, Armaldo, Armarouche, Galvantula and the Dunsparce are brought by Adora. I start off with Quillfish against Galvantula. I already thought, yeah, this is going to be Sticky Web's lead, which it was. Switching in the Dedenne to take the Thunder that was coming in, which I took pretty well. Combined with the Energy Ball, I was able to do a little bit of damage, but not sure why I did not go for the whatchamacallit, the Terra, but it's whatever. 2 Brave Birds take out the Dunsparce, which is pretty nice, because the Dunsparce was a bit of a problem here. And I was like, okay, Armaldo definitely goes for a Rapid Spin here, and I always outspeed turn 1, so even though I did already take a bit of damage, let's just go for a knockoff just to see what item he holds. It was the Assault Vest, so again, I was pretty on point there. I switched out into Lucario because I thought, well, Boomboarder is the only thing not touching the ground besides Charizard, so let's switch out and make sure that I can go for the Bullet Punch and take out the Armaldo, even though it's Terra Captain. But he goes for Terra Water, Aqua Jet, and yeah, I can't really click Bullet Punch now because it's not going to do much, of course. A second Aqua Jet takes Anubite pretty much down, but I can take it out with Close Combat. Galvantula comes out to Revenge Kill me. Yeah, I went for the Bullet Punch because I didn't really have a great switch into this, so I just went for damage, and I knew from the damage that it dealt that, yeah, this is Hisuian Zoroark, by the way, because the Dedenne, it says 100% because I switched in Hisuian Zoroark, which is nice of course, the game. But we all know that this is not the Dedenne, it's Hisuian Zoroark. But it should be able to live a Thunder. It might be a roll, but it took it very well. So Hyper Voice took out the Galvantula. But the Tauros can come in and Revenge Kill me with Thrill Blaze. But at this point I can bring in Quillfish to intimidate the Tauros. and he went for bulk up, and I decided to go for my T-Spikes because it would be nice to toxic something. And here I went for the Barb Barrage to try to get a poison, which is a 50% chance, which I do not get, spoiler alert, but I do get 2 crits in a row. So yeah, I think pretty decent trade-off, not getting the poison, but I do get it at a 3rd time, but I did not get a crit, so yeah. I sacked Bombardier here because I didn't see it do all that much in this matchup anyway, so I can bring in Quillfish again and lower its attack stat with Intimidate. Wave Crash is enough to take itself out, so I do not get the kill with Miss Puff. Armor Rouge comes in. It goes for a Meteor Beam, which I did not see coming, honestly. But I went into Zard. I went for the Defog, which in hindsight wasn't the best plan. I lived on 2 HP, which is nice. But yeah, if I went for 2 Scorching Sands, I might have been able to win the battle because the Dene was not able to take out the Whimsicott with with it outspeeding. So maybe I didn't play the end game as good as I could have done, but yeah, I just lost with 1-0, not all that bad, so could be better, could be worse. But yeah, let's just have a look at what Pokemon is the MVP in my eyes, shall we? So after the battle we have 2 MVPs. Quillfish doing more than just being the dedicated lead, because yeah, it's stopped the Tauros pretty much in its tracks, and Hisui and Zoroark living the Thunder, and yeah, basically ensuring that I could take out the Galvantula was pretty damn nice. Even though we lost, I feel pretty decent about this battle. I am going to make some transactions for next week, but yeah, I guess you'll see those in the next episode. Let me know down below what Pokemon did best according to you. And yeah, I hope you had a good one, and I hope to see you all next week for week 3, when we take on Sorrow, the owner of the league, so that's always a fun battle to have. Thank you all for watching, and again, I hope to see you all next week. Bye!